like get the intro holding the basketball, so it's cool, you know? What's up, Laker fam? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but we are in the off season, unfortunately. As we all know, the Lakers definitely had a very disappointing season, but now that it's the off season, I want to hear from you. I want to know what the heck you think went wrong and how we can improve this summer so that hopefully next year we can make the playoffs and contend for a championship. So I am here at my local gym, the basketball course. We got some passionate Laker fans here, and I'm going to ask them some Laker questions and see how the heck this purple and gold can get back to their winning ways. Let's get it. I am here with the biggest Laker fan I know, Mr. Chase.
Biggest here and biggest Laker heart.
First of all, disastrous Laker season.
Horrible.
What the heck went wrong?
AD got hurt, LeBron got hurt, Kendrick Nunn never played, could never have the full roster healthy at once.
Alrighty, so obviously as we know, this Lakers season was a disaster, to put it mildly. What do you think went wrong?
I think LeBron getting Westbrook kind of messed up the team a little bit, but Westbrook, I feel like he was being a little selfish. He should have went off the bench.
Injuries, they were just hurt the whole time. They couldn't stay healthy. Braun was hurt. AD's hurt. They're not going to win games like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Lakers definitely suffered the injury bug this season. Now, going into this offseason, the big question is what's going to happen with Russell Westbrook? A lot of Laker fans want him gone. I'm a little bit mixed, only because he does only have one more year on his contract. Part of me thinks maybe we keep him for one more year, then we have the full cap space next season. But the other part of me is like, I don't know if the chemistry will ever be there. It was such a rocky season, so much drama. I don't know if we can get past that. What do you think? Trade Russ, keep him? Where are you leaning towards?
I mean, first see the market, feel it out. I honestly doubt they can get much for him. The value's not there, so I would honestly go with that. Keep him for a year and then try to play it fresh. They got some good young guys, THT. I'd play Russ at the 6, have him be a 6 man and just let him work from there.
A lot of people are actually saying having Russ come off the bench, but do you think he would actually do that? I don't think Russell Westbrook would do that.
You know what? Like, yes, you're getting paid $44 million. You would think he would be a starter, but if you're not performing, you're not doing your job, then guess what, bud? You're a basketball player just like everybody else. You're on the bench.
What do you think about this offseason? What are some moves that you would like to see be made, or do you think that we should give this team a second chance because we never really got to see them at their full strength?
Definitely not a second chance. It's LA, we're impatient. We got to dump Russ. It's not Russ's fault, but Russ isn't a good fit. You dump Russ to Indiana for Brogdon, Buddy Hield, get some younger guards, some shooting around LeBron. Vogel's gone. Try to get Nick Nurse from the Raptors. He's a defensive genius. If not, maybe Mark Jackson or Quinn Snyder. And we got to buy AD some high tops.
Alrighty, Chase. A lot was said there. My biggest concern, listen, I want to see Russ gone too, I think, but my only concern is we only have one more year left on his contract. We go out and we get Brogdon and Buddy Hield. We have to have those guys for a few years. So part of me, where I would love to just trade Russ right now, but part of me thinking for the Lakers' future, maybe it's better that we actually just keep him for one more year. Then next year, we have full cap space.
You have full cap space, but they could keep him for one more year, but LeBron could opt out after the year, and instead of him trying to rebuild the roster, he could just up and leave, and you're stuck with an injury-prone Anthony Davis and no other pieces, as Malik Monk's only on a one-year deal. So if you get Brogdon and Buddy Hield, Brogdon was Rookie of the Year, Buddy Hield's a good three-point shooter, you have a little bit of a foundation. You can still kind of maintain. It is LA. If you got Buddy Hield, Brogdon, and AD, if LeBron decides to leave, you can lure someone in.
I think having Westbrook on the team, he's a really good player. I think they should keep him definitely. I don't think a lot of teams will want him that much, but I feel like if he let go of his ego and came off the bench, I think the team would be really good.
But do you think he can let go of his ego? And already right now, you know, he's had some not nice things to say about the organization. I mean, obviously the coach is gone, but about the coach, he's already kind of a little bit salty towards the Lakers. Do you think he'll be really able to put his ego aside and kind of get past all the drama that happened this season?
I personally don't think so. I think he's gonna keep his ego, and yeah, I don't think they're gonna go super far, and I don't think any teams are gonna want him either. So
yeah, I kind of tend to agree, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, though, there's a lot of opportunities this offseason to make some changes. Do you think that the Lakers should keep some of the guys they had on this current roster? And if so, who would you like to see them keep?
Austin Reeves.
Okay.
Is that his name? I really like him. He's really good. I think he's super confident.
I honestly think staple guys, Bron and AD aren't going anywhere, obviously, but I think guys like Melo, veteran leaders that can shoot the ball, are good players. The reason why the Lakers really suck this year is defense. They play no D the whole year, and I think that's the loss of like Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, the big guys that protected the paint. They just weren't doing it this year. So I would try to pick up some big guy, minimum contract, and try it out again.
All right, so you think the game plan is, you know, obviously we keep LeBron, AD, you want to keep Russ for one more year, then we kind of go into this next season, same plan, sign a bunch of guys on these 1 year veteran minimum deals?
You know what? I think the West is a lot weaker than it used to be, and if LeBron could play 80% of what he did this year, and Anthony Davis can play a whole season, I think the sky's the limit for the Lakers next year.
All right, now out of this current roster that we have this past season, are there any players that you would like to see come back this next season?
You got to keep Reeves, good young player. Malik outplayed his contract. He was on veteran minimum. Melo, he's a little bit older, but if Melo's your 8th or 9th man, I think you're all right. Melo was pretty consistent scoring. Maybe Dwight Howard as a backup center role. Outside of that, I wouldn't say too many players. There's a lot of disappointing players this season.
Chase, if you've been listening to my Laker Fan podcast, those are the exact same players I mentioned as well. But I'm curious, how the heck do we keep Malik Monk? That's the only thing. If we keep Russ around, we don't really have the money for Malik.
Malik's a clutch client. He obviously likes playing in LA, likes playing with LeBron and AD. I do think we trade Russ anyway, but if we do keep Russ, I'm sure we can try to bargain him. We do have his bird rights. We can pay him more than any other team since he was with us this year. So it all depends on what he wants.
Now we're going to have to do it with a new head coach. Obviously, no one's a big surprise there, but Frank Vogel was fired. Is there any head coach out there right now that you think would be a good fit for us?
Whoever LeBron wants. I mean, straight up, what he wants is what he gets. But I think guys like Mark Jackson, they deserve a chance in the league again. I think that what he did back in the day, he earned another spot in the league, and he's respected around the NBA. So I think veterans like LeBron, they're going to give him a little bit more credit than guys like Frank Vogel. He never had a chance, really.
Yeah, I don't really think Vogel ever really had the full respect in his team. I like Mark Jackson too. He was great when he coached the Warriors, you know, back, man, it was a handful of years ago. It feels like just yesterday, but I'm kind of leaning towards Mark Jackson too. But obviously, a lot of guys being thrown in the mix, you know, Quinn Snyder, Nick Nurse, maybe Doc Rivers. We're gonna have to wait and see. But
They all got jobs.
I know,
They all got jobs, you know what I mean?
That's
But
true.
I mean, if they can get a guy like Quinn Snyder, he's legit. But same thing, he's still a younger guy, didn't play basketball. I think guys who played in the league, they get a different level of respect when it comes to like guys like LeBron, AD. They want to be coached by somebody who hoops himself.
Yeah.
So a guy like Quinn Snyder, random white guy on the street, it's like me coaching a little bit, something like that, you know?
It's like me coaching,
Right?
something,
Like
right? Yeah.
that's the idea. It's
We
like
can coach them to a Western Conference Finals.
I think
Come on.
me and you together, we can do it. I think we can do it.
Exactly. This is a little bit of an interesting question. I think you may hate me for asking. I'm a big Anthony Davis fan, but there's no denying he is very injury prone.
There.
Do you think maybe the Lakers should trade Anthony Davis this summer?
I think you give AD one more year,
Okay.
him give it up, let him come in shape to camp, put him in some damn high top shoes. If he stays healthy, we probably win it all again. I've never seen a healthy LeBron and AD lose a playoff series together. If he stays injury prone, if he can't stay on the court, you gotta dump him.
Anthony Davis, I'm a huge fan of AD, okay? When he's healthy, top 5 player. I was super excited when we traded for him, but he has not been able to stay healthy. Would you be in favor of maybe trading him if we were able to get a player, I don't know, maybe like Damian Lillard, or would you be inclined to trade Anthony Davis, or do you think, no, let's give him one more year, see what we can do?
Dame not doing it, it's not enough. He's not gonna win a championship. Dame is the same thing in Portland. He would come to LA, they would do some games, win some games, not much. If you're trading AD, you're trading for a guy like Embiid. You're trading for a guy who can actually turn your franchise around, and I don't think that's the kind of move we can do. So AD, you gotta stick with it, stay healthy, and just get better.
Okay, just bubble wrap AD for this offseason, next season.
Whatever the fuck LeBron's doing, they gotta put AD on, and he'll be okay too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's it.
Oh, Lord, well, thank you so much. I
Of course.
appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Alrighty, well, that's going to be it for today's video. Loved hearing what my Laker fam had to say. Obviously, a lot is going to happen this offseason, so we're just getting started. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, comment down below some more questions that I should go out and ask when I interview fans next. And until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye, everyone.